Hello everyone, today we're back. As you can see, this is actually the enemy I chose to fight, Gammoth. This guy is a freaking threat. He's quite hard for this point of the game. As you can see, I just arrived to Loloska. I've just been to one village. I haven't even done anything in this area. Mandatory. I explored all the evidence, as you can see. Got all of them just so I could get some bottle caps. And I just farmed some armor, some gear. As you can see, we're finally using something else besides the Henkaku armor. Yeah, shocker, right? And it's the same thing, to be honest. So this is the Anjaneth armor. I'm pretty sure I said in the last video that he's already around in this area. Let's see. So, in this case, we're fighting Gammoth. As you can see, Zemtria's armor all maxed out. Oh, that's weak to electric. That's not what I wanted. I'll take a look at that later. Anyway, but let's see. So, in this case, I would advise to use the engineer armor if you want to do this fight as quickly as possible. But I'm trying to get the egg, so I'm going with the Racian armor. Honestly, it really doesn't matter your HP or your defense. This strategy involves the hunter not being hit once. Well, the rider, I'm sorry. This strategy involves the rider not being hit once at all. Sorry, just had to drink some water. Yeah, I'm gonna use the Racian armor. As I said, I want to get the monster, so I want 10 protector. As for my talisman, I have synchronized. This is going to be a double attack heavy strategy. Of course, it's the only way for us to deal with these monsters at this point of the game, to be honest. Kind of sucks, but as I said before, double attacks are just broken, so you can go with a couple of stuff. You can go with synchronize, you can go, I don't know. The way I'm going, you could try to use Knight's Fury Bash is unnecessary. As I said, you don't need defensive skills at all, so you can just double down on offense. I just want the synchronize because literally, you'll see, it's just going to be heavily based on double attacks. I was using this, but I only got status on him like once, so no point at all in my opinion. As for the weapons, you'll really only need this and this, fire slashing and fire blunt. As for this weapon, the slashing, I'm using the Anjaneth greatsword. Amazing. It's quite a good greatsword, 75 fire attack. You could really ask for more. As for my blunt, still using the Basarius hammer, 66 fire, decent enough. And the third one is whatever you want. I'm using the Nargacuga hunting horn just for charge ahead. It's the only reason. Yeah, you don't need any of this, to be honest. You just need these. Jesus, these two. That's the only thing you need as far as weapons go. Now, as what? 164 if I put Dungeon as 179, alright. Good to know, it's a decent boost. As for the monsters I'll mostly use two. As you can see, I used some bottle cups to boost my hunter up with nutrients. I'm level 24, which I still think it's kind of over leveled for this region, but I'm not sure. I haven't really faced anything. Well, I faced some monsters in this region because of rare egg dens and whatnot, and I can already quick finish some of them, so we'll see. Anyway, as for my monsters, you'll mostly need 2 speed monsters. I'm gonna use Tigrex and Nargacuga. Their offenses don't matter. Their defenses, I'm sorry. You'll understand why. Tigrex is just, I have some speed on him. Speed bingo, which is pretty good. Nargacuga have a non-elemental bingo, which is also pretty damn good. So non-elemental attack boosts medium, which is really good for Nargacuga. He only uses non-elemental attacks. Kinship cost down. This is nice. I could boost it on the right of channeling. Yeah, I should probably do that. I have some very Jaggies that have that skill and I don't do anything with it, might as well use the rite of channeling. But anyway, yeah, that was my setup. Let me just heal here for OCD purposes. Yeah, but that doesn't really matter. I guess I can take no, not even with all that HP, I'm pretty sure. But anyway, yeah, so mostly you'll need just a fire slashing, fire blunt, and two speed monsters. Alright, so let us get into this. Alright, so spoiler, this is going to be a long fight. This took me 40 something turns, so definitely an attrition fight. But you'll see how easy you can make this fight if you have the right skills. Now I'm just gonna do a charge ahead, just increase our attack for a bit. As I said before, this is just bonus. Rock shooter. Alright, so now, this is where it really begins. He's weak to blunt, for the most part. He has two phases, the regular phase and the snow phase. On his regular phase, he doesn't have hit zones. He's just weak to blunt, that's it. It's one target. So you'll definitely want the Bersarius bow, the Bersarius hammer on his first phase. As for his second phase, you'll see he gets up to 5 hit zones, so you have a lot of stuff to break, and I plan to break most of them. As for the first phase, the only thing he does is speed attacks, so as you might imagine, we're just going to spam the living shit out of double attacks. And I'm going to speed this up a bit. Yeah, 488 is quite good. Now, something to keep in mind is you always want one of your monsters to have full kinship. So that should be the goal you work towards. Now, as you can see, for example, Nargak is gonna use a technical attack. You could switch to Tigrex, but in this case, since I want Nargak to have maximum kinship, I will just use Killer Tail. As you see, it's not that expensive, it's 23, and with the speed attack, we'll double attack him. There's the kinship. He's gonna do a technical attack again, come on. That's peculiar. And we're just gonna keep double attacking him. Alright, so now it seems he's not attacking us. So what does this mean? This means that when he doesn't target you in the first phase, he will just use his move to go into a special second phase, as I was mentioning before. That's the one with all the hit zones. So I'm just gonna use my hammer charges and do that. What's the name? Spinning meteor. Doesn't really matter. He keeps doing technical moves. Come on, Nargacuga. Now, Gammoth, when he goes into his second phase, the ice phase. 5 of them. Yeah. He gets 5 parts. So head, blunt, body, blunt, legs, blunt, tail, slashing, nose, slashing. Easy. I plan to break 4 of them. The body is almost impossible to break from what I've seen. I kept attacking it and it would just not break at all. So it has a lot of part HP, that's why. So in this case, he's always gonna do Snow Blaster, which is, as you saw, speed move, power move, I'm sorry. So in this case, we're gonna keep just speed attacks. Break the head, that's pretty good. Now, Nargacuga has full kinship, so as I said before, your priority should always be building towards kinship. You'll understand why. Since the kinship's full, I'm gonna get Tigrex in, and a good thing about this game, well, not good, it's abusable as hell, but a mechanic is that whenever a monster comes in, it will always default to its regular attack. and type of attack, of course. So Tigrex's speed, whenever it comes in, it will always do a speed attack. So that's really good to keep in mind. I think later on that changes, but as of right now, this is the case 100% of the time. But I heard it changes later on. But as of right now, they will always do the type of attack they belong to. In this case, Tigrex is a speed monster, it's always gonna do speed. So you can use this technique to always improve on attempting to break parts and getting double attacks. As you see here, I got my Tigrex in. I know it's gonna be a speed attack, so I can just gang up on Gammoth this way. It's also good when one of your monsters chooses not to do speed attacks, so you can just get in the other one and keep doing the double attacks. That's why I mentioned you wanted to speed monsters. Not that you want, you need the speed monsters to accomplish this. Now, perfect. I broke the head and the legs, correct? So from now on, I'm gonna start targeting the tail and the nose because they are weak to slashing, and slashing damage, as per my Angenas Greatsword, is stronger than the Basarius Hammer. So now that he's going to do his AoE attack, as you see, he's not targeting anyone specifically. What you want to do is use another mechanic to your advantage, which is riding, and I will show you how. So not that you ride, you don't want to use your kinship skill. You might want to skip a turn, but the issue is you skip Gammoth's turn, but on the next turn he will still do his AoE attack. So you want to absorb it, and how do you do that? You just attack the Gammoth, whatever, let's go for the tail, why not? And as you saw, he's gonna do something called Snowstorm. I'm just gonna use times speed so you can see the attack first time. Alright, so as you saw, something that happens on kinship is you don't lose a heart if they do an attack that would put your HP to 0 while you're riding. They'll just knock you out. So you save hearts this way, which means that Gammoth really cannot kill you at all. It cannot take a heart from you. It cannot kill you. So this is pretty much how the fight's gonna go. As you might imagine, we're just gonna abuse double attacks, as you see here. Oh, there we go. Alright, so now Nargacuga is doing Sharpening Blade, so I'm just gonna get my Tigrex in, raise a kinship to 100, and we should be good. We're safe for the next round. Yeah, this is a completely safe fight. It's a 100% win on Gammoth. Speed. So now I'm gonna get Nargacuga in, get my double attack and kinship raise with him. Yes, exactly. I was gonna do a technical. Just gonna do a killer tail. I'm safe, so I get the double attack. Yeah, so as I said before, this is a 100% way to win. This is completely safe. There is no need for you to be concerned about what might happen. As long as you follow the process and just attack as you would, you should be fine versus Gammoth. Oops. Just gonna do a spinning meteor, get some damage in. Yes, when he does Snow Slurp, you can do whatever you want. Just go for more damage, honestly. You could buff again, but it's not completely necessary. Now, as I was mentioning, I am going for the nose and the tail. I'll just start with the nose. Yeah, this is the issue with some of these monsters. They really cannot do anything to you because they just do their regular attacks or attacks that belong to a specific type of attack, so you can just spam double attacks on them, and then you can just eat their AoEs with the kinship gauge. Now, once again, as you see, Nargacuga is gonna do Spike Bomb, and we really don't want that. We want the speed attack, so we get Tigrex in and we rinse and repeat. Nose is broken. Let's go for the tail now. Why not? Now, sometimes the way it works is weird. Sometimes it looks like it's not gonna target you, but it is. So, to be safe, when one of my monsters is doing an attack that can't go to a head-to-head, I just switch them out if I can. And alright, just to be safe, because I've lost to Gammoth when I was trying out this strategy. I lost to Gammoth because it didn't seem like they were targeting me, but in fact they were, so I got confident and I lost hearts. I can just do whatever. So next time we gotta target the tail. As I said before, the more we break, the better. Now remember, when he does his snow stomp, he goes back to his first phase, and he will be weak to plant again. So back to the Basarius hammer. There we go, that's just extra damage. Now he's gonna target my T-Rex, so I'm just gonna use this as an opportunity to get my Nargacuga in, gain some kinship. It's always safe to have kinship. As I said before, sometimes it doesn't look like he's targeting you, but he is. Like here, he's looking at Nargacuga, but there's no line because Nargacuga is doing sharpened blades. So it's just safer to getting T-Rex. And see, the targeting T-Rex. This time it looked like it. But sometimes, I don't know, it just really doesn't. So as I said, just play safe. This is a 100% win. It's foolproof strategy if you do the things I'm doing. So don't get cocky, take it slow. Yeah, double attacks are just stupid as hell. Now he's not targeting anyone, he's gonna change this second phase, so I'm just gonna take this as an opportunity to do my spinning meteor, get some damage in. There we go. Have a bad feeling about this, do you? Yeah. Back to my greatsword. I didn't break the tail, correct? Yes, I pretty sure it wasn't. Yeah, I pretty sure it was the tail that I didn't break. So that's what I'm going for now. The more parts you break, the better, honestly. T-Rex at full. So I'm just gonna do tail. As for me, that's why I said before that you really should use synchronize if you have a way of putting synchronize in your build, like via Monsty, via Talisman, Armor. Yeah, so now he's gonna do his ultimate again. So just go for this, it's all broken. Let's just go for the body. Who cares? You see? I barely did anything to the body. So now Nargacuga in. I need to get some gauge for T-Rex, but I'll get it next turn. Quick to blunt again, so we go with the Basarius hammer. Yeah, but this strategy is ridiculous. I hate double attacks. Why don't they nerf them? Ah, it's so annoying, man. It should not be this easy. Yeah, that's why I really think battle buddies are just a nerf. They might not think it like that, but they are literally a nerf, man. You can't do this with battle buddies. You can prevent yourself from losing hearts when they're with you. So yeah, and it's just you and your Monty, it's much easier. God, my wife's listening to music. I hope that's not catching the recording. I really hope not, I'm gonna get mad. T-Rex in, I think is going to his second phase. Indeed he is, so just get the spinning meteor. Just use something for the gauges, you know. It still does good damage, yeah. I think that's as much as a double attack as I was seeing before. Alright, so now I'm just gonna go with the Engineer's Great Sword because it does more damage. Just go for the nose. You're good to go. Yeah, something I think I forgot to mention. The lower his HP gets, the quicker he'll do his Snow Stomp in his second phase. So if you go back to the beginning of the fight, he was taking a ton of time to do the Snow Stomp, but now, after one turn, he's already ready to Snow Stomp. So the more his HP decreases, the quicker he'll do Snow Stomp. So as I said before, always have kinship. Always. That's the #1 priority in this fight. So just gonna ride here, same old. What the? I almost cursed, but I avoided it this time. Oh my god, what? I should get a freaking studio. I hope you're not listening to that. Anyway, yeah. Oh, and by the way, don't even think about trying to eat his hits. Like, if you take one of Gammoth's hits as you stand, you're gonna die. Just forget it. Just avoid it, as I'm doing here. Now, another benefit to this strategy. Another benefit to this strategy is that you can easily eat one of its hits to use a paintball if you want to try to get Gammoth. I don't even. Yeah, you see, I totally missed. He was targeting me. You see what I mentioned? Sometimes it's hard, but I was distracted, of course. Yes, it starts the end of the fight, so I'm getting cocky, but that should be good anyway. But yeah, don't try to take his hits. It's impossible. He kills you with literally everything. Alright, let's see. I saw 68%, man. Well, looks like we didn't get it. Ah, that's annoying. I mean, I don't really care for getting Gammoth, to be honest. I like him. He's a cool monster, but it's not one of my priorities. So I'll just get him later when it's easier, when I'm stronger, when it doesn't take 40 turns for me to kill him. But anyway, yeah, as you saw, 100% right. And I got cocky at the end, and I totally missed the freaking attack. But as you saw, I have more than enough to spare in terms of damage and parts. It's just focusing on double attacks and building your kinship. And you should not have an issue with building kinship. You should not need a specific ability for it. So just focus on synchronize or something else if you have it. I'm just gonna show you its armor and weapons. They're pretty strong, but you can't create them right now. You need more materials, of course. Just a minute. Its armor pretty good, crit heal health, so if you have affinity, this does a really good job at keeping you healthy, alongside health boost also. You receive a ton of HP, even more than Ratian. I probably have like 250 right now. As defense boost, I mean, kind of useless when your main defense is ice anyway, but meh, I guess if you want to use it, it's a really tanky armor, so in the right matchup, like for example, I could use this versus Gammoth itself. I am completely confident I could eat it with this armor, but best point material, which apparently we haven't seen best points yet. We have, but well. As for its armor, well, you have the hammer 122 ice damage, that's absolutely ridiculous. The crit rate, sleep seal chaser, as of right now, I mean, I guess you have crit baggy, but meh. His hunting horn, that looks like a great sword, but 112, 4% crit rate, melody, I mean, I guess when you know what you're fighting, which is a nice enemy, which also happens to nice weak enemy, which also happens to use these statuses, I guess. Then you have the Giant's Bow, which is Gammoth Bow, spread and sleep. I mean, I guess it can be done with sleep seal, but I mean, no, it's not even possible because you put it to sleep and then you switch to hammer and you'll wake it up with an attack. So yeah, I mean, sleep cutting is nice, I guess, but spread, spread's pretty good. You have arc shot now, but I haven't used it yet. I haven't had the need. I've been only fighting single monsters, so I don't know how it would compare to spread. But yeah, I mean, just for the element alone, it's pretty good. But anyway, yeah, that was Gammoth. As you saw, how early we can fight it and beat it 100% of the time. So it's just a matter of kinship and double attacks, of course. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video and it was helpful, and I will catch you next time. Next time I'll try to see if we can get one of my favorite monsters. I hope so. Yes. Oh my god, I'm praying I can find a way to beat him. But anyway, I'll catch you later. Peace.